not worry.
Well, howdy, folks, and welcome to episode 43 of Do Not Worry. I'm your host, Anthony, coming to you once again from the heart of Beirut in Jaitewa, joined by my lovely interns, Noor and Elijah. Interns, how's it going?
Fine. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm very tired. I've had a very long week. I am traveling on Monday, folks. I'm leaving the country. I'm going to America, folks, to these United States of America. Will I ever come back to Lebanon? What will ever happen to the podcast? We'll find out in a bit, folks, but it's a big announcement coming up, but I'm leaving the country, so I have a lot to do. I'm exhausted. We're knee-deep in editing the Joseph CHADA documentary. I have barely had any time for myself to breathe or to relax. I've been dealing with a lot of work stuff. You got to traveling nowadays with COVID and getting the tests and making sure you don't get sick before you travel. Spider-Man comes out this week, folks. You can tell these classic Spider-Man action figures. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, okay? So I've got a lot on my mind, okay? I travel in just a few days and there's a lot to do, so we're going to take it easy this week. It's a chill Christmas holiday episode, end of the year, final episode of the season. We're going to be talking about a few interesting topics like what am I going to be doing in the States? What kind of content can you guys expect during the holiday season? We're also going to be talking about a little bit of Spider-Man, why I like Spider-Man so much, the hype we're feeling for Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm going to give you guys an update on the CHADA documentary, just talk a little bit about the editing process. We're going to slightly touch on the Dr. Food story. We're sick of Dr. Food on this podcast. We have sworn an oath to not talk about him anymore. For some reason, the whole country woke up to the fact that Dr. Food is a douchebag. So we're barely going to touch on that. And Toufiluk as well, because fuck him. And finally, the most exciting topic of this week, we're going to answer your questions. You guys have sent in some awesome questions over the last 24 hours, so I'm going to be answering some of your questions. Please take a second to like the video, leave a comment. Your engagement is very helpful for a small channel like ours. Subscribe to the channel, help me get to 5,000 subscribers. Become a Do Not Warrior, and please consider joining our Patreon, folks. We have some amazing patrons who support my interns, who support special projects like the Joseph CHADA documentary. The interns wouldn't be here without the patrons. The documentary wouldn't exist without the patrons. This show, frankly, would no longer exist without the patrons. So thank you so much. And I just want to thank some brand new patrons who joined our family this week, like Ali Barada and Stephanie Mukhayber. Thank you so much for becoming abductee patrons. Blonde patrons like May Majid and Karim Baladi. Thank you so much for your support. And superhero patrons like Anwar Kanan and Khalila Faye Thompson, who lives in Alabama. She doesn't even speak Arabic. She's an American lady from Alabama. Thank you, Khalila Faye Thompson, for becoming a patron, a superhero patron, no less, and for supporting the channel on such a high level. We really appreciate you guys, especially during the holiday season and Christmas and a time of giving. It's a special thank you from all of us. Like, seriously, we love you guys. We really appreciate you. And when I launched the Patreon, I was extremely nervous that I would get like 5 patrons, and I had no idea if it was going to work. So to have such a vibrant community on there, I really love you guys, so thank you. And let me thank a couple of other patrons while I'm at it. Patrons like Noor Jabour, Rana, Rudolf, Wasim Hijazi, Bilal Mughrabi, Gino Raide, Jessica Jalou, yes, the Gino Raide, by the way. Daniel Habib, Malik Kalash, thank you so much, gentlemen and ladies. And superhero patrons like Ziyad Ashar, Raya, Joseph Nasser, Jana Bouraslan, Nadine Najla, you guys are awesome. And finally, if you're interested in a Discord community, check out the link in the description for our Discord. Let us get on with the show. Okay, folks, so on Monday, December 20th, I will be leaving the country and I will be moving to the United States of America. For 1 month! I'll be back, folks. I'll be back on January 18th. I'm just leaving I need a holiday, folks. Okay, I'm exhausted. We've been doing this podcast for almost a year. This is the 43rd episode. I need me a break. I need to go see my family. I'm going to go see my parents and spend Christmas with my parents in Northern Virginia. It's a boring-ass fucking place. I'm not going to even pretend to be excited about it. The only fun thing about Northern Virginia is that it's right next to Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. recently legalized marijuana. Now, you can't technically walk in and just buy weed. You have to buy, like, a T-shirt or something, and then they'll give you free weed as a gift. So let's just say I'm going to be buying a lot of T-shirts in Washington, D.C. So, yeah, I'm going to be going for a month. Now, you guys are probably wondering, Anthony, what's going to happen to the channel? How are we going to get our fix? What are we going to do with the lack of content? We need your content, Anthony. Well, don't worry about it. You got this episode to hold you over till next week. Next week, the 22nd, we're dropping the Joseph CHADA documentary. After all this time, after all this hype, it's going to be a behemoth of a film. So you're going to get that to keep you busy for like a couple of weeks. The interns are going to be working on a special video project while I'm gone. They're going to handle that themselves. They're going to shoot, edit, the whole thing. So that's going to be on the channel eventually. While I'm in the States for a month, I'm going to try to do some vlogs. No promises, okay? I don't want to put any pressure on myself because I am taking a break and I do need a break. But I am going to try my best to record some fun vlogs. Like, I'm going to go to New York for a week. Maybe there's some fun shit over there. If I go to anywhere fun or interesting and I think I want to do a vlog, I don't know, guys. Just expect some vlogs. I just want to experiment with the format a little bit. I might literally go to the supermarket and vlog my trip to the supermarket. So don't expect anything special. But there will be some content on the channel. And then once I'm back in January, the show will return. We'll be back on that weekly grind, getting you the content that you crave. I'm excited. What are you guys doing for Christmas? Anything interesting? Nothing?
No, just the basic gatherings.
Elijah's going to be taking care of my cat. Because I'm leaving my cat for a month, so I have my best friend's going to take my best friend Elias is going to be sleeping at my house as often as he can to take care of my cat. When he can't take care of Leopold, Elijah is going to be feeding and making sure the cat's got water and food and all of that. He pukes. He pukes hairballs, so you better make sure to clean those up when. Well, yeah, there's not much to say on the topic. Am I excited to go? I'm excited to I'm excited to leave Lebanon for a bit. Like, it's so depressing over here. You know what I mean? Like, I need a break from the country. I feel a little bit guilty, like, expressing it so, like, on the podcast, because I know a lot of the people watching can't leave. I'm lucky to have an American passport, so it's bittersweet. I need it, man. I just want to see my parents, dude. You know, my parents left because of how shitty our government is, so they had to leave. So it has to be done, but we'll see you guys soon enough. And yeah. Folks, a quick update on the CHADA documentary. I'm still editing it. When I thought of the project, I thought it was going to be like 40 to 50 minutes when I pitched it to Joseph. It's over an hour, folks. It's almost at an hour and 30 minutes. We've been having a very hard time editing it down to shorter than that because there's a lot of just like golden CHADA content and it's so hard to decide what to cut. And I'm like, look, this is a once in a lifetime thing. How many CHADA documentaries am I gonna make? You know what I mean? I didn't want to cut it into like a 4-part miniseries or anything like that. I'm like, just let me fucking dump it all into one film. So it's gonna be long. It's gonna be a monster of a film. I bit off way more than I could chew. I'm overwhelmed by the whole thing, especially that like I'm traveling and have all this shit going on in my life. I have nothing else to say about it other than it's coming out on the 22nd of December. It's coming out next week. Here is an exclusive clip from the documentary for you guys to enjoy. Ren, what's your morning routine like? What do you do in the morning when you wake up?
I wake up بفرش اسناني. بعدين بتروق انه شيء مثلا درينك شيء حليب او لبن مع كرواسون هيك. و I check my phone أهم شيء لشوف شو عم بيصير على التيك توك على الانستا شو الوضع شو عم بيحكوا عنا.
I don't really care about views for this episode. I just want to talk about Spider-Man. Spider-Man No Way Home. It's coming out. Today we record this on a Tuesday. We are watching it tomorrow on Wednesday. So by the time this podcast comes out on Thursday, we would have already seen it. I am crazy excited. Here's a Spider-Man tattoo on my right arm. Here's a Mary Jane Watson tattoo on my left arm. Big full circle moment for me. We got Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin over here. We got Willem Dafoe chilling on a couch with a Green Goblin mask. I got my J. Jonah Jameson. I got my Alfred Molina's Dr. Octopus. I got my Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, folks. These action figures are older than most of you. They're 19 years old. They're like 16 years old. I've collected this stuff my whole life. I am a massive Spider-Man fan. You can tell. Look at the shit behind me. Look at the branding for the show. I can't wait for this movie. We know things that are going to happen in them, but I don't want to say them now because of spoilers. But like some characters from older movies are going to show up. I'm going to cry. I'm going to get goosebumps. I cannot fucking wait. Spider-Man means so much to me. If you were to ask me who's my favorite Spider-Man, it's Tobey Maguire, hands down. But I love all three actors who portrayed him. I love Tobey. I loved Andrew Garfield, although the movies he was in weren't that great. But I don't hate them as much as most people do. I think they're pretty good. Tom Holland, I really like as well, but I like the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies the least. To me, they're the least emotional. To me, the core of any Spider-Man movie is that it has to be emotional and that it has to kind of make me cry. I cried in the first Sam Raimi movie. I cried in Spider-Man 2 when like Aunt May's trying to give Peter $20 for his birthday and she's broke and he doesn't want to take it. And she's like, yes, you can. You can take this money from me.
I can't take that.
Yes, you can. You can take this money from me. For God's sake, it's not much. Now take it.
I fucking cry every single time that happens, man.
Yeah, that was a very emotional scene. Like, when it comes to Tom Holland, he's very, like, he has the stack and money.
Tom Holland doesn't, man, like, Tobey Maguire, like, his Peter Parker was fucking poor, man. He couldn't afford shit. He couldn't pay his rent. He couldn't pay for anything. Tom Holland is sponsored. Mad'oom min Tony Stark, yani. He's got nothing to worry about, man. He's set. I hope that they use No Way Home. And I've heard from some of the reviews that, like, he comes into his own as Spider-Man finally. That's what I want to see. I don't like the over-reliance on technology. Like, Tobey Maguire was just a guy in a suit, man. Look at him here. Like, his suit is all torn up at the end of Spider-Man 1 of this fight with Green Goblin. Like, his suit, he's all bleeding and shit. Tom Holland needs to get into a situation like that. We need to see him really be tested like never before. So to be able to relive parts of that nostalgia with my best friends, honestly, it's not just my best friend Elias who's going to be watching it with me. It's going to be my cousins who are like my brothers. I got Danny, one of my best friends from like the modern age of my life. It's going to be Ann Newell, the intern. It's going to be fun as hell, folks. Elijah's watching it with someone else at another theater. Are you guys as excited as I am for Spider-Man No Way Home?
I'm super excited. I'm more of a Marvel fan than Spider-Man fan.
He's a Marvel character.
أنا حصير معي جلطة. I'm not being able to work well. I'm not doing anything إلا ما أفكر إنه with the upcoming Spider-Man movie. بس I'm so excited to shoot. Spoiler alert, Tobey Maguire.
We all know Toby and Andrew are coming, but yeah, that's what I'm most excited about. Just the nostalgic stuff. I want to see Willem Dafoe. I'm excited to see Alfred Molina as Doc Ock, and I want to see Toby and I want to see Andrew. I'm the least interested in all the Tom Holland stuff. No offense. Yeah. I know I know it should be the opposite. I know all the multiverse stuff should be the spice on top of the Tom Holland stuff. For me, it's the opposite. I'm going there all in on nostalgia. I want to try to do a review on the channel. I don't know if I'll have any time, but if I can, I want to try to drop a review for this. But yeah, and please, if you've seen the movie by this time, and you're watching this, no spoilers in the comments. Please keep the comment section spoiler free. Let's not ruin this for anyone who hasn't seen it. We'll have time to do a spoiler video down the line, so keep it in your pants, boys and girls. We're going to talk about Dr. Food, unfortunately. Folks, what is wrong with you? Have you been following us? We already said like 2-3 weeks ago that we were tired of Dr. Food. We're not going to talk about Dr. Food yet. We have shown time and time again that the guy's an asshole. I'm surprised that he had to be mean to a poor person for people to get mad. Like, they had to wait for him to do the absolute worst thing, to be like, we're not okay with this. To be fair, people have been making fun of Dr. Food and calling him out for a very long time. But this time, everyone talked about it, man. Like, ما في غير like عمتي فابيان بعد ما عملت فيديو على Dr. Food. So I don't know what you guys want me to say about this. What is left to say? The guy's an asshole. I don't even want to show the video. He was mean to a guy on Kaak. He's always been a dick. To me, the most offensive thing he ever did was when he went to Sushi Holic and he started smashing the tables and the lights when he had his crew filming with him. He had like an audio guy and then the camera girl. And he was breaking glass around them with no consideration for their safety. A piece of glass could have gone into their eye. They could have gotten injured. That alone is enough to tell you what a piece of shit person he is, man. Okay? He doesn't care about the people he works with. He doesn't care if he puts people in danger. So that alone was enough for me. He shits on small businesses, big businesses, poor business owners. He doesn't give a fuck, bro. He's an asshole. It's no surprise. Everyone's spoken about it. I have nothing to add to the conversation. So Dr. Food, I got nothing to add on him, folks. He's a dick. Go buy Kaak from the guy in Tripoli. Support him. Stop watching Dr. Food's content and maybe he'll stop making it. And if we are at all responsible for making Dr. Food more popular by commenting on his stuff, I apologize. I don't think we did. I have a much smaller following than he does. So,
But we've been exposing him.
Yeah, and everything we do is to expose him usually. Sometimes we watch his stuff and if we sent the wrong idea, apologies, but generally we do call him out for being a dick, يعني. So, fuck him, يعني. واحد كلب شو بدلكم يعني. دكتور فؤاد شو عم تعمل؟ another topic I really don't want to talk about. Toufiluk. Toufiluk got stopped at the airport coming back to Lebanon because he either insulted the president or the thing he did with the passport. ما بعرف. He did something.
هو عم بيقول إنه البريزيدنت بس إنه I think it's related to the passport. قال بكرة لايف على 10.
He created some kind of content that upset the Lebanese authorities. He was coming back into Lebanon. The authorities stopped him at the airport. Apparently they confiscated his passport. هلا he has to go to like some محكمة or something to answer for his crimes. Listen, folks, you guys know how we feel about Toufiluk on the show. One of the earliest episodes of the show, episode 5, was all about Toufiluk and exposing him. He is such a hypocrite. He's the world's biggest asshole, yet he loves to get on TV and pretend to be anti-bully and all of that shit. Having said all that, I am against what the Lebanese authorities did. Toufiluk should not be stopped for stuff like that. Now, having said that, do I feel bad for Toufiluk? Fuck no. Am I happy they've ruined his trip? Absolutely. The only thing I'm upset about is the fact that he's gonna ride this shit and milk it. ورح يقرفنا عيشتنا. يعني هلا Toufiluk is gonna position himself as an activist and as a martyr. وقفوني وأنا جيت على المطار يا أخي. We're not gonna hear we're not gonna fucking hear the end of this. رح يحلبها رح يقرفنا man كأنه he's a fucking activist أو عامل شي بحياته. This is what we're going to have to deal with. This is what you guys are going to have to deal with. I'm going to be on fucking vacation in the States. I'm already blocked from his social media. I can't see shit. But that is what we're going to have. وهلا we have influencers وشاد and they're sharing. ويي لا ساعدوا له توفيلوك وضد القمع وضد Did it have to happen to him? Did it have to happen to him? Fuck him. No, I take it back. Last episode I said that I'll choose the sulta over no garlic, no onions. Lebanese government, you have my allegiance against Toufiluk. I have no regret. You guys ruined my life. You've ruined my family's life. You've robbed our savings, everything. I will still stand by you instead of Toufiluk.
هلا انتبه بقى اشتك باسبورك انت عم تسافر.
I'm saying I'm with the government. Undying allegiance. No. Just if it's you and Toufiluk, if it's you and anyone else, y'all go fuck yourselves. You motherfuckers. I'm being very vague. Allegedly. Do you guys have anything to say about Toufiluk?
Fuck Toufiluk.
And does anyone feel bad for him?
لكن مش حلو اللي صار معه بس انه خرع عليه.
Yeah, exactly.
انه ايه خرع عليك bro يعني وهل Let's just watch one of his videos when he's out of the airport or whatever.
أنا مجرد ما أتأثر لأنه كثير محمس كون بلبنان بس حابب خبركم أو حابب خبر لكل الناشطين الموجودين برات لبنان ما تنزلوا على لبنان.
الناشطين؟
أنا الباسبور ولازم بكرة أنزل على فرع المخابرات. تم إبلاغي هيك أنا فهمت وما عم بفهم ليه ما بنعرف اللي أنا فهمته إهانة رئيسة الجمهورية أو رئاسة الجمهورية أو مقر رئاسة الجمهورية شيء هيك حابب أقول بس للكل إنه welcome to Lebanon welcome to the jungle لأنه لمنه بلد ديمقراطي ومنه بلد بيحترم آراء الناس وحرية التعبير ولكن أنا حكمل عامل كونتنت تبعي وما حوقف وشكرا بكره بخبركم بكره الصبح بس انزل شو المشكله.
Like there's not a lot of people that I like hate or that I dislike. I genuinely hate this guy. He's such a piece of shit. I know so many stories about this guy. So many things that I never even talked about on the podcast. I can have a part 2 of why Toufiluk is the biggest piece of shit. I've got so much on this guy.
هو كثير مقير like next level bullish مقير ما بينطق really genuinely hate this guy.
I fucking hate him. I have no problem saying it on camera. You know, this is gonna live on the internet forever, and I do not feel bad for you. Is that too much? Folks, we're gonna answer some of your fan questions. Questions you've sent into the interns over the past 24 hours. I had no idea for this episode. We barely had any topics. I didn't want to talk about Dr. Food or Toufiluk, so the interns decided to ask you guys for some questions that I'm gonna answer. It's the end of the year. You guys have been with me for, almost a full year. So I guess the least I can do is answer some of your questions. So we got almost 60 questions or something.
Yeah.
That's very impressive. I thought we'd get like 12. I thought it would be pretty embarrassing. Like I'm like,
Anthony was like, if we don't get any questions, imagine this never happened.
Yeah, like who's gonna want to ask me questions, But yeah, so you guys picked out the best 20 or so.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to answer.
30.
I'm gonna try to answer them as quickly as possible so that this doesn't take 30 minutes. But let's answer some of your fan questions.
Alan from Discord asked, what's the biggest backlash Anthony has ever faced for a topic?
What's the biggest backlash? Rina Randour, like once her episode came out, like she sent like an army of her supporters or something to like dislike the video and leave comments. I wouldn't call it really backlash or anything. Like, you know, her supporters got upset. The Grand Factory stuff, you know, led to the most drama, I would say. Me calling out Grand Factory for doing a fundraiser, that was not very pretty. Toufiluk, definitely. When Toufiluk found out I was going to do an episode about him, he was losing his shit in the background, sending all sorts of people messages about me, calling me Luigi and all of that shit because I have a mustache. Motherfucker, you have a mustache. You have the ugliest mustache on the fucking planet. And it's an honor to look like fucking Luigi, you piece of shit. Next question.
Okay, so this is from Ingrid on the Moon.
Okay.
It's for all three of us.
Okay.
If you had to date one of the influencers you talk about, who would it be?
If I had to date one of the influencers. This one's pretty easy for me. You guys are not going to like this. So apologies to all our black viewers. Khalila Faye Thompson, you too.
It's obvious it's gonna be her.
Anya Aladdin, baby. She's racist as hell, but she's so fine. And look, she deserves punishment for her racism. And I think Anthony can teach
You'll
her.
punish her.
And I think I can teach her a little lesson. And if she has a boyfriend or if she's married, please don't come after me, okay? I'm kidding. But she's hot as hell. And like the racism thing makes it, I don't know, man. I'm canceled. Next question. Oh, you guys need to answer that if you're comfortable.
Go ahead.
I've never thought about Linda Christina.
Okay, makes sense.
Whoa. No, right?
I'm trying to think on Hada, a guy.
I'm negative, folks. It's a cold. I got tested.
مين في guy influencers؟
في جاد حديد.
لا. No, thank you.
Joseph Benhib.
Go for Joseph
Joseph
CHADA. Seems
CHADA.
like you've already
No,
met.
No, thank you. No.
Amarcino. شو يا Amarcino? Ralph Halabi.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
At least he's good looking.
Sure, if you say so.
Okay, Kamal Naame. Will you at some point make a segment that involves guests on the podcast?
Our good friend Kamal, friend of the show, he's got an awesome YouTube channel. If you guys don't follow him, do so. What was the? Repeat that.
Will you at some point make a segment with guests on the podcast?
I would like to. The reason why I didn't do like an interview show, the reason why I don't want to rely on guests is that I've seen other podcast shows that rely on guests, and if they have an uninteresting guest, then no one watches. So I didn't want my show to ever rely on the caliber or popularity of guests that I had. I wanted people to tune in for me, for my opinions, and then once I've built and established that relationship with the viewer, then I could think of bringing on additional people. But I never wanted people to watch my show because of the guests that I had. So I've stayed away from that.
That is actually smart.
Also, I never, when I started this podcast, I didn't know how long I was going to be in Lebanon, if I was going to leave in 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. If I didn't want to start something that was not sustainable. So if I started a show with guests and then in 2 months I had to leave and not have guests, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to stay consistent. I would love to do stuff with guests, whether it's on this show or whether it's a different show that has guests and stuff. I would definitely love to, but they would have to be people that I genuinely am interested in, that I actually want to talk to, people like Kamal. I wouldn't just invite anyone over and just like talk to me about your life story. I don't care about.
Joseph CHADA نقعدوا بيناتنا.
خلا Joseph, we've had
Never
enough. We've
again.
had a documentary. بس إنه, you know what I mean? That I have to be genuinely interested in the person, or else I don't give a fuck.
Taste That Cherry asks, I'm interested in knowing how did you come up with the idea of the podcast? What are the next steps?
I was unemployed briefly because like COVID and like the situation in the country ravaged the economy and everything. And the company where I worked at, unfortunately, had to close because of what was happening. So I had a 6-month period where I was unemployed. I needed structure in my life. I needed something to do. I've always liked to create YouTube content, and I've been on YouTube for a while. So I wanted to apply everything I've learned over the years and do something new, something fresh, something fun. I had been away from creating videos for a while because of the situation in Lebanon, the thoda and everything. I wasn't feeling it mentally. So I figured now was the right time to come back and do something. I felt like the country needed it, I needed it, and COVID just provided the time and the excuse for me to finally jump back into the world of content creation.
Okay, basically we have 2 thank you notes. I'm gonna read them, then read a question. Elias Beam, not a question, rather a thank you. Cheers and keep it up with the heart emoji.
Well, thank you, Elias. I follow Elias on Instagram. He's a good dude. Thank you, man.
Mona Salim, not a question, but thank you for the episodes. It was comforting watching from FR, which is France.
Mona, thank you so much for watching from France. That's awesome. On vous embrasse.
Okay, we have a question from Elise Cypriot, which I would love Noor to read.
To Anthony and Elijah. شو شعوركم in 2 days بينزل سبايدر-مان No Way Home؟ ليش؟ ليه أنا مش بالسؤال؟
Yeah, girls like Spider-Man too, man. We just spent like 15 minutes talking about Spider-Man. Yeah,
You can rewind this episode and you'll get your answer.
And you can ask all of us next time, okay?
He also asked you, do you skate? He noticed the skateboards behind you.
I don't skate, folks. I have these skateboards behind me because I really like the design. It's from a brand called Extinct Skateboards. You can try to check them out on Instagram. I think they've been sold out for a while, ever since the Wada bi Lebanon. But what I like about them is that all the art is drawn by local Lebanese artists. I'm too old to start skating. I'm 31. If I start, I don't want to learn now and like fall and break my arm. And then someone asks me like, why'd you have a broken arm? I was skating. So I'm too old to start. Maybe if I were younger, I would have liked to. It's too late now. I don't want to do it. But they look cool.
Okay. So from Tahanik.
Oh, Tahanik, friend of the show. Good friend of the show, Tahanik.
Anthony, what's the worst comment or DM you've received from someone you've exposed?
Worst comment or DM I've received. Well, again, I'll probably go back to no one has really like been very aggressive. Like Jad Hadid once called me like a woman. He's like, haha, you're a good job, woman, or something, like thinking that was like an insult, calling me a woman. That was more funny than anything, though, yeah, and I wasn't offended. Again, just Toufiluk losing his shit. He never really spoke to me directly, but he spoke to a lot of people about me. So that was just funny to me. But again, it's all funny. I've never felt threatened, thankfully. I used to get very scared when I first used to do the podcast, and when I would talk about a big personality, I would be very nervous when I would drop the episode and like, are they going to contact me? Now I'm kind of like at a point where I don't give a fuck. I've been doing this for long enough. Toufiluk was just the most fun to deal with in the background, I would say.
Simonitis. Will there be a TV Netflix series stand-up show of Anthony commentating life in Lebanon?
Oof. I don't think so, man. Not anytime soon. Unless someone from Netflix like really likes me or something and wants to sponsor me for something. I have no idea what I would do for Netflix.
Marina Anonymous asks, what's the best thing you like about each other and pet peeve?
About you guys?
Yeah.
All of us. What's the best things I like about you guys? I would say that the interns are very passionate. They're very hardworking. I'm not always feeling like when we're shooting these podcasts, sometimes I'm a little bit down, I'm a little bit tired, I'm a little bit overwhelmed, particularly this week and today. They've been encouraging me. They throw me some like pep talks. They remind me like why I do this sometimes, like it's about the fans. Sometimes if I think an episode is going to be shit, they are like, no, it's actually pretty good. It's going to be nice. Don't worry. Like I know the show's called Do Not Worry, but I worry a lot. Like the show is called Do Not Worry, ironically, just because of the Dana Hurani stuff. I worry constantly. So it's nice to have them around because I've been worrying a little bit less. So I would say that's the best thing that the interns have done for me. Less worrying. They've taken a lot off my plate. They're just awesome people in general. I feel like we've introduced 2 potential celebrities.
I'm getting noticed quite a lot. It's happened 3 times so far.
Oh, you've been recognized?
Yeah.
How about you?
لا.
Really? No one? I don't. You got to step up your game, Noor. I don't know what I can tell you.
أو بيستحوا يحكونا.
What about you guys? What do you guys hate about me?
Okay, what I like about both of you is that we have so much shit in common. Like, our interests are very well aligned and points of view and the way we like hate on people and shit. What I don't like about both of you.
Say it.
عم فكر لتري ما بعرف.
Yeah, فكر منيح because your job is counting on it. There's some people offering to do this for free.
What the fuck? Nothing.
I didn't say anything that I don't like about you guys, so you be best.
I don't think
Y'all
I don't
best
like
watch
nothing.
yourselves. There's some applicants who really want those internships. Have I told you? They'll do it for free too.
Okay, Anthony is the nicest person I know, one of the nicest person. He really cares about us. He cares if we're doing good. Heck, he always takes care of us.
He's like a big brother.
But
لا ما في شيء.
all right, good.
A question from Maya Noise. Fuck, marry, kill. no garlic, no onions, doctor food, and daddy foodie. This is for everyone. Anthony, go ahead and start.
Okay, I follow my Anois on Instagram actually. So, fuck, Chuck, or Mary. Okay, we're gonna chuck Dr. Food. Zbele right away. We're gonna trash belongs in a trash can. Am I right, folks? I'm going to fuck Daddy Foodie because he seems like a freak in the bedroom. And I guess I would marry no garlic, no onion because he's already blocked me on Instagram. Marriage is already like loveless, whatever, like business deals you have to just live with a person for the rest of your life. I think me, no garlic, no onion can live together and ignore each other for the rest of our lives. Just like a normal married couple. But, you know, Daddy Foodie and I will have that hot, steamy sex together.
Yalla, Noor.
Shit.
We're done.
I would kill Dr. Food.
Kill Dr. Food.
A kid. I would stay as far as I can from Daddy Foodie.
Okay.
I would maybe give a handshake la no garlic, no onions.
Okay, it was a cop-out answer. Elijah, what about you?
Okay, I'd fuck none. I really can't even picture it. Like, I know I'd marry no garlic, no onion because he seems like such a good housewife.
He'll take you on a lot of like trips.
Yeah, and I think he like cleans the house and shit. He gives housewife vibes. And I'd kill Dr. Food.
Okay, Dr. Food aqui da gente kill.
Next question.
Next question.
Okay, from Carlo Azar. Can you please put something other than that PS sign? It's crooked and my OCD is killing me.
Okay, listen, bro. For the last time, it's not... The only reason it's crooked is because it can't fit any other way. This thing, ma bitsea. So it has to be like... And I like it like this. And a lot of people actually...
I like it like this.
A lot of people have told... I like it like that. A lot of people have told me that when I do this... They're like, wow, it's aligned perfectly with your microphone. Like, we love this. It makes my OCD feel great. You see that straight line now? Doesn't that make you feel good now? There you go. Next question.
Okay, Twiel91. Will you be doing other documentaries in the future?
I would like to. I had a lot of fun. It was very tiring, and editing the CHADA documentary is such a big undertaking, and it's very tiring, but it's also very rewarding.
Oh, wait, sorry, there's more to the question. He says, I'm interested to know the epic story behind the Lebanese Kung Fu ninja fighter on TikTok.
Yes, I wish I never said that because now so many people are like, please, we want to see that documentary.
I want to see that documentary.
I'm worried that someone else is going to steal the idea, but Kamena, I'm worried that like, I think the guy is very mentally ill. And I don't want to just let me see Shulwada Shway before like promising anything because I don't want to take advantage of someone or seem like I'm taking advantage of someone who doesn't have the full mental capacity and put him on camera who people think that I'm bidahak alayh or something. Balakis, let me first find an angle. But as I was saying before, I had a lot of fun doing the CHADA documentary. I'm learning a lot about myself. I'm learning a lot about like not movie making, but documentary filmmaking, I guess, on a small, obviously micro scale. Just trying new things. This podcast is fun, but I need to do different things so I can stay, interested and motivated and stuff. I would love to do another one. Let's just see how this first one does. If you guys hate it, you're not going to want another one. So let's just wait and see how the first one does. But would I like to do another one? Of course.
Doodly is asking us, interns, do you like to be called the interns all the time?
No. No.
I don't mind it. It's not... the
ما
best.
بتزعج يعني
بس أنا عادي في interns.
I think it's endearing, man. Like the interns, like you guys have your own branding. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think it's cool. What do you want to be called? The associates? You're interns, man.
A question from Nadim. Describe the editing of CHADA's documentary in 4 words.
Overwhelming, tiring, overload, CHADA.
Okay. This is from Steph, 23.7. Did Anthony ever receive threats?
No. Again, Toufiluk threatened me to other people. He literally told someone that, like, my blood, he mentioned blood, like, there will be blood on the streets! Something like that. He sent someone a message saying that there would be blood somewhere related to me. Again, after I dropped the episode, he fucking tucked his tail between his legs and went and hid in a corner. But yeah, again, I fucking hate that guy, as you guys can tell.
Okay, last question by, I have no idea how to pronounce this, my French is shit, go ahead.
Moitié bleu, moitié lila.
Okay, will you accept a customized gift inspired from your podcast and the vibes.
Sure. Anyone who wants to send us free gifts, go ahead, baby. We'll take them.
But not gifts.
Yeah, hell yeah. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Well, folks, thank you so much for joining us for episode 43. I wish the year ended on episode 45. This is going to fucking bother my OCD, but it had to be 43. شو بدنا نعمل. The final episode of 2021. Thank you for joining us for this year. I'll be back in the country in late January. I'm not sure when the first episode of the podcast will be back. We'll announce it. But again, there will be some content dropping on the channel. Patrons, don't run away. Okay, we need you. If you guys run away, the interns are going to go bye-bye. I'm going to have to fire these two lovely interns. So we're going to be dropping some content. Don't panic. Don't worry. Throughout Christmas, you're going to get your fix. The interns are going to work on something awesome. You're going to get the CHADA documentary, which is worth like 4 episodes at least, easily. And maybe some vlogs of Anthony living in the States. Who knows? Like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, folks. Help me hit 5K subscribers. We're going to get there very soon. Become a Do Not Warrior. Patreon, consider supporting us on Patreon, folks. I have so many cool ideas. There's so much stuff I want to do for this channel, and I need you guys to do it. It's going to be a lot of fun, but I can't do it alone. So consider supporting us on Patreon. It's the holidays. It's the season of giving, folks. You can consider different tiers, whatever you want to donate. We're more than happy with. Thank you so much. We love you. Let's say thank you to some amazing patrons. Patrons like Nicolas Malouf, Badsby, Malik Kalash, Jad Venture, Wasim Hijazi, Michel Tawil. If I said your names in the intro, you got it again. Superhero patrons, Eli Tawil, Khalila Faye Thompson. Again, she's American. She doesn't even speak Arabic. Thank you. She's going to regret this eventually, I think. Mocha Bada, Rasha, Odi, Joseph Nasser. Thank you guys. And Fadi Mukarzil. I said Fadi Mukarzil once and he was upset with me. It's Mukarzil with a K. Thank you guys so much for the support. We will see you guys in 2022. We will see you next week with the CHADA documentary. Much love. Interns, want to say goodbye?
See you next year.
See you next year.
And to celebrate this holiday season, folks, hold your families close, hold them tight, keep them warm, and do not worry.